today is a mat. That's all I have today. So we're gonna actually start by standing. So I'm gonna tilt my camera up a little bit so you can see me. So coming on up to standing. So I'm gonna kneel so you can see me, but this is what I want you to do with your arms. You're gonna bring both arms in front, and you're gonna go into little figure eights. So we're moving our arm in its socket right from the top. So I'm doing this kneeling specifically so you can see me, but you can do this standing for sure. Awesome. I'm going to get you to bring your arms to their back in the center. We're going to bend one arm, look over our shoulder like we're driving, checking our blind spot. It's switching over to the other side. And center. So just looking over your shoulder as far as you can. Don't try to force it. You're just moving with your eyes, following your gaze just over your shoulder. We'll do two more. And last one, coming back to the center, bring your arms down, couple of shoulder rolls. You're gonna have to stand for this next one. So watch my legs. We're gonna be stepping side to side. So taking your time on each side, so you have a few seconds of balance. Once you feel comfortable with this, you can push your arms back and then back. So see, I'm flipping my hands. I'm pushing back and then I'm palm open back. As you get comfortable with this, maybe you stand one side a little bit longer and a little bit longer on the other side. So we're just tipping side to side for 4, 3, last 2, and last 1. Turning whichever direction you'd like. One foot goes forward, the other foot goes back. I want you to put your hands on your back. They're just gonna look like this. You're gonna tilt forward and back. Forward and back. So a little bit of balance here. We're also feeling this in our spine. So if you have your hands on your low back and mid back, you should feel tiny muscles along your spine, just helping you stabilize. And also you probably feel a lot of muscles and movements in your feet. Woo, balance. And coming back to the center, we're coming back to our tips. So we're gonna open up and back. This time I want you to extend that foot back. Oh, I kicked Piper, extend back. Don't kick your dog if you have one. No dogs were harmed making this class. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna switch to our other side, whichever side you haven't done yet. Hands go on your back, so you're feeling your low back. You tip forward and back. Forward and back. It's a little bit of a lift here. For 4, for 3, 2, feel the stabilization in your feet and ankles working and all over. And last one, I want you to reach all the way up to the sky with your hands pointing forward. I want you to start to reach your arms over like you're going over a big barrel or beach ball and roll all the way down. And then I want you to roll up slowly, stacking your spine by vertebrae by vertebrae. We're gonna do that 3 more times. Big reach up to the sky. Dive over that big beach ball. Roll all the way down. And then roll and stack all the way up. One last big reach up. Stack and reach over. And roll all the way up. We're going to be going onto the floor, so I'm going to tilt my camera down more so you'll see me better. Awesome, we're going to come onto the floor, and we're going to be coming onto our back to start. So your feet are in the standing position, hello, and your arms are down by your side. From here, I want you to tilt your pelvis forward, so your tailbone is pointing down, and then tilt your pelvis up, so your tailbone is tipping towards your belly button. So tilting down and tilting up. Down and up. So your spine isn't quite imprinting, but it's getting close to it. And then when you tilt your tailbone down, you find a bit more space. Let's get 2 more. And last one, I want you to come to the center, finding neutral. So the back of your pelvis is heavy. Your feet are heavy on the floor, and your shoulder blades your shoulders are wide and open. From here, I want you to inhale to prepare. As you exhale, float your right leg up to tabletop. Inhale again. As you exhale, float your left leg up to tabletop. Awesome, you're here with me, I hope. Can't see you. And ready, you're gonna bring one foot down to tap. Bring the other foot up, and then tap the other foot down. And up. So right foot taps, comes up. Left foot taps, comes up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. The back of the pelvis is heavy. Shoulders are heavy on the floor. Lower ribs are grounded. We should feel a bit of effort in our core, in our stomach. We're going to do this for 4 more. 3, 2, and on your last one, I want you to leave your legs up. I'm going to scooch forward so I don't hit this table. Both legs are up. I want you to bring both arms up to the sky. I keep hitting her. Both arms come up to the sky with your palms facing inwards. From here, I want you to keep your legs up as you bring your arms over your head. Focus on keeping your lower ribs grounded. And bring them back up to the sky. Reach your arms back as you inhale. Exhale, bring them up. Inhale to bring your arms down. Exhale to bring them up. I want you to keep doing this motion with your breath. I want you to focus on drawing your abdominals in and then spreading that contraction across your waist like you're wearing a belt. Inhale as you come down. Exhale as you come up. So you're only reaching as far as you can while keeping your lower ribs grounded. We'll do 4 more. Here's 3. Here's 2. And last one, we're gonna bring both arms, both legs up. From here, we're going into a dead bug. So opposite arm and opposite leg is going to extend. So your right leg is gonna go forward to reach, and your left arm is going back. Bringing it into center and switching legs. The back of your pelvis is heavy. Your lower ribs are heavy and your shoulders are wide. So you can inhale as you go down. Exhale as you bring yourself together. Inhale, you extend. Exhale, back to the center. Maintaining that contraction, so abdominals are in and up and spread across your waist like a belt. We're going to do 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. Bring everything in the center. You can give yourself a big squeeze. You can put your feet flat on the ground again. Put your arms down by your side. From here, we're going to a glute bridge. I want you to push your feet into the floor. You can bring your arms to a bit of an A-frame or right by your side. Feel your shoulders heavy in the ground. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, send your hips straight up. And lower down. Inhale. Exhale, straight up. Lowering down with control. 4 more like this. Find that contraction in your abdomen, keeping your low ribs down. Here is, I lost count, 3 more. 2. And last one, I want you to meet me at the top. From here, both those arms come up to the sky again. They can stay here the entire time, or if you'd like to, you can reach them overhead only as far as they go comfortably, and back up to the sky. Overhead, and back up to the sky. I'm gonna add some complexity to this. So as you bring your arms back up, can you lower your hips down? As your arms come back up, can you lift your hips up? Arms lower down, hips come down. Arms extend overhead, hips come up. Can you keep your low ribs grounded while you do this? Or not grounded, but not flailing out. Do you still have that contraction in your low abdomen? And can you feel your hamstrings and glutes? So while you're bringing yourself up, and the next time I want you to think about pushing your legs forward through your kneecaps and pulling the mat with your floor and lowering down. We're gonna do 2 more like this. So think about pushing your kneecaps forward, pulling the mat towards your hips with your heels. And here's your last one. Reaching overhead, bring your arms down back by your side and lower all the way down. I'm gonna add on one thing, so when we get to that circuit, this is gonna be the main part we're gonna be repeating. So arms go down by your side, ground your feet, shoulder blades are, or collarbones are wide, inhale to prepare. As you exhale, bring your hips up. I want you to start to shift your weight slightly onto your left side, and then your toes come to a point, just touching the floor on your right foot. So just a tap. I want you to lower that foot down so it's grounded. So ground your right foot, shift your weight, and start to lift your left foot to a little bit of a tap. Just your toes. Ground that foot, come back to the center. Now we're going to a full leg lift. So shift the weight to the left, ground the toes. From here, lift up to tabletop, or maybe you extend. So this is where we'll be going later. Lower that leg down, shift the weight to the right, tap the left toe, lift to tabletop, extend. So what that's going to look like in our full flow is a lift the right leg, lower it down, lift the left leg, or lift the right leg to a high long leg, lift the left leg nice and long. Let's do 4 of those. So you choose a march or a leg extend. Lower your right leg, shift the weight, left leg goes up. Lower down, shift the weight, right leg goes up. Let's do 4 more. 3, collarbones are wide. 2, and last one, lower that leg down, lower all the way down. Awesome. We're doing one more thing on our back before we flip over. I want you to bring both legs up to tabletop again to find a heavy pelvis. Arms are an A-frame. I keep hitting her little paw. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, both legs float up to tabletop. For everything we're doing next, your head can stay down the entire time. But if you'd like to, you can put both hands behind your head and you can let your head rest in your hands. I want you to maintain a small space under your low back, a heavy pelvis, rib cage or lower ribs are down. Your head is in your hands. From here, nod your chin slightly and peel your chest up a little bit. So remember, optional, lower your head if you'd like to, totally up to you. So notice now how I feel a bit more contraction in my abdomen. I want you to find that in and up pull. I want you to spread it across. From here, both hands are behind your head. I want you to lower down because I'm going to give you a break. And you can lower your legs down. When you're ready, both legs come up to tabletop again. Nod your chin, peel off the floor. Both hands are behind your head. You can stay here or you can extend your right arm. Bring your right arm back. Extend your left arm back. Extend both arms. Both arms come back. Lower down. Awesome. So remember those options. We're going to increase the intensity a little bit. Both legs come up to tabletop. Nod your chin, peel your chest up. Extend your right arm, right arm back, left arm back. Extend right, left, back, back. Right, left, back, back. So you still have that contraction racing through your core. So you have your abdominals in and up. You're still doing this, I hope. We're gonna do this for 4 more. For 3. Well, I'm counting faster than I'm doing it. For 2. And here's our last one. Bring your hands behind your head, lower your feet, lower your head down. Whew. So where we're going with that is now I hopefully, because I can't see you, you can feel some support as we go into our move that's coming with this. So I want you to bring your hands behind your head. You can nod your chin, bring your chest up, bring both legs to tabletop. So this is maybe where you stay. So option 1 is we're just going to extend our right leg, bring it into tabletop, extend our left leg. Actually, let's all do that together. So extend your right leg, bring it to tabletop, extend your left leg. You can stay here or you can add on if you'd like to. As you extend your leg, I want you to take the same arm on the same side and push your knee. So let's say my right arm is here and my right knee is up. I give it a push and then I switch and I give it a push. And just a little push, because you're going to notice by now you don't need a massive push. Just a little bit of pressure. So if you're still with me, we're going to do this for 3 more. For 2. Still with our abdominal muscles contracted. And last one. Bring everything to center and lower down. Whew, you can windshield wiper your legs if you'd like to. So believe it or not, that's not our final move. This is our final move, and this is where we'll come back to in our circuit. Don't worry, I'll remind you everything later. You can bring both legs up to tabletop. Hands can go behind your head, and you can lift your head and chest slightly, tuck your chin a tiny bit. So option to return to anything we did before, or we're going into single leg stretch. As you reach your right leg forward, you have a soft grip on your left leg. So not a death grip, just a light little tap or a little hold. And switch. And switch legs. And switch. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all in. Big squeeze. And lower down. You can roll onto your side and you can come up onto your front. So we're going into, come onto your side. We're going into a side bridge, which will later be a side plank. So you have the option to come into your forearm or on your high hand. It's totally your choice. I'm going to choose my forearm for now. My feet are back and my hips are lined up. So my feet are back as if they're against a wall. My knees are stacked on top of each other. My hips are stacked. I have a little bit of engagement here, so I'm lifting up through my waist. Hand can be on your side here. Inhale to prepare. Draw the abdominals in. We're going to lift our hips off the mat and lower down. Lift and lower down. We'll do 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. You can always stay here. I'm going to give you 2 options. So you can bring both legs long, so your top leg goes first and your bottom leg goes in the back. And we can come into a side lift instead. So you have the option for the high hand or low hand. I'm just not on my mat. You think by now I get used to like the diameter of my own room. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, you can pick your hips up. That's going to be option 1. Option 2/2.0, lift your top leg, lower down. Option 2.53, whatever, lift, tap, lower down. So those are your options. When you're ready, choose your options. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, lift your hips up, lift and lower the top leg, bring it back to the front, and lower down. We'll do this for 4 more. For 3, for 2, and for our last one. Whew. And lower all the way down, coming onto your front. So we're going into a quadruped lift, but first we're gonna arch our back a little bit through cat-cow. So I want your arms to come straight out of your shoulders, all the way down to the floor. Your palms are wide. Your knees are directly under your hips. You have a small little dip in your low back. I want you to arch your back up towards the sky as you nod your head down. Reaching through the crown of your head, we're going to bring our hips back and up as we arch our back down. And moving through with your own breath. The few rounds of cat-cow here. And last one coming to the center. Also, don't worry, I didn't forget about your other side. We're gonna get there after. I want you to bring your toes down. And you can stay in our first quadruped if you'd like to, or you can move on to this. So I'll show you how we can do this. So we're going to do some knee hover. So I want you to push the floor away like you're starting a push-up, and I want you to lift your knees slightly off the mat. If you say, no, I don't want to do that, Amanda, you come back into your quadruped, you lift one knee, lift the other knee, and just alternate. So if you're with me in this quadruped hold, we're lifting our knees up. Option to increase some intensity is to shift your weight to the left side and lift one foot. Shift to the other side, lift the other foot. Shift your weight and lift. And lift. So whatever option you chose, we're here for 4. Reach the crown of your head long. It's easy to want to tuck your head and look at your floor. And last one. And lower all the way down. You can send your hips back in child's pose. We're going to up the intensity a tiny bit. Coming back into our quadruped. We're going to ground our feet again. Remember, all your options, you can stay there, but the next one I'm going into is pushing the floor away, lifting my knees up, stepping back, back, in, back, in. You can do this as fast as you'd like to. So if you get a little bit faster, it looks like mountain climbers, or maybe it's in and out. So if you aren't joining me already, I'd like you to join me. We're gonna do this for 5, oh, I lost count. For 4, for 3, and by count I mean the pattern. For 2, and last one. Step back into your plank. I want you to hold. So holding your plank. We're gonna hold our plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knees down. Send your hips back. And coming into the center, we're gonna switch to our other side. I'm keeping an eye on the time because I think we're gonna get through 2, I say it, I think 2 rounds of our actual full circuit. So coming onto our other side, we're starting with just that side lift. So you can put your lower arm down. I want you to stack your hips, feet go back, push onto the floor, lift that side waist, abdominals draw in. When you're ready, inhale to prepare. As you exhale, lift. And lower. Inhale, exhale, lift. And lower. 4 more like this. Lift. And lower. Think about drawing that low waist in and using it to get higher. Lift and lower. Let's do 2 more. And last one. Lower down. So now choose your option. You can extend your legs. You can keep your legs stacked. You can go to a high hand. You can go to a low hand. It's totally up to you. I'd forget if I was high hand or low hand on the other side. So I'm going to stay on a low arm. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, lift. Option 2, tap. Lower down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift. Tap. Back. Lower down. We're going to do 4 more. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift. Move the leg, move it forward, lower down. 3 more. Push and lift. Lower. And 2. This one's tough and it is hot in my house, even with AC. And last one. And lower down. You can send your hips back into child's pose. And when you're ready, you can come up, you can grab some water, whatever you need. We're gonna take a mini 2 seconds for me to drink water. When you're the only one talking, it's hard to find a good time to like drink water and there's no music. All right, so that was a long version of 1 round. We're gonna cut it down and it'll be short. So maybe a couple more seconds. We're gonna be starting with dead bug. So dead bug, you start on your back. So dead bug, it's opposite arm, opposite leg, and they reach back. Then we go into a single stretch, and then we're going into a side bridge. I'm mixing up the order a little bit. So when you're ready, come onto your back. Knees are lifted. Don't hit anything behind you. Arms lift up to the sky. Opposite arm, opposite leg lifts back. We're doing 15. Bring it to the center. Opposite arm, opposite leg, back to the center. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So keep moving, find that contraction in your core, spread it across like a seatbelt. Arms move. Oh, that was the same side. So I hope you're still doing this with me. I'm not even speaking English anymore. I want you to reach down as far as is comfortable to you while still maintaining that neutral curve in your low back. We've got 5 more. Here is 4. 3. Here's 2. And last one. Bring it all into the center, big squeeze. We're actually going into a glute bridge next, I lied to you. Feet go onto the floor, arms are down by your side, palms are facing down. Push into the floor, so wide shoulder blades. Inhale to prepare, exhale, push and lift. And lower down. Inhale to prepare, exhale, push and lift. This is where we start our marching. So lift your right leg up, lower it down, lift your left leg up, lower it down. Right and left. Right and left. So think about the support you're getting in the back of your shoulders. Keep marching. We have 7 more. 700. Here is 5. Here is 4. Keep your hips lifted. If you notice they're dropping down, try to lift them up. For 3. For 2. And last one. Both feet are on the ground. Lower all the way down. Bring your legs in for a big squeeze. Extend your favorite leg forward, doesn't matter which one. Peel your head and chest off the floor, holding your left knee, and switch. And switch. And switch. For 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Big squeeze, bring everything in. Lower your head down for a tiny breather. We're gonna repeat that. So extend your favorite leg forward. Maybe it's your least favorite, so the other leg. Peel your head and chest off the floor. We're holding our knee. And switch. And switch. For 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And last one, big squeeze, bring everything in. and lower all the way down. You can roll over to one side, pushing up onto one side. We're going into whatever variation of side bridge you'd like. So I'm going to choose a high hand, and I'm going to do the full leg lift, or the full leg long. We're going to push away from the floor and lift our hips up to the side. So maybe you stay here, maybe you decide to lift and tap, and tap, and tap. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, lower all the way down. We're going to repeat that on this side, so shake all the sillies out, whatever you feel like you need. Same thing again. I don't know why I feel the need to keep the secret of how many I'm doing. We're doing anywhere between 8 and 15, but if we're doing 8s, we're repeating it again, or we're doing 15/16 total. So hand goes on your hip, we push, lift, stack your feet if you'd like to, and you can tap forward if you'd like to. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Lower all the way down, coming onto your front. We're going into a plank, where you can either go into a mountain climber or stepping in, stepping out. It's your choice. So when you're ready, lift up, push the floor away, stepping back, stepping in, stepping back, stepping in, or mountain climbers, your choice. We're gonna hold this for 15, 14, 13. Awesome, here's 10 more. Here's 8, almost there. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Step back, hold the plank for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Send the hips back. Good news, we have one more side left. So I'm gonna flip sides so you can see me. Coming into a high or a low side plank, your choice. Option to stack the knees if you'd like to. Getting ready, so I'm putting my legs long. Your hips are stacked. Inhale to prepare, exhale to lift. Options to do the taps if you'd like to. We're doing 8, 7. This is my bad balance side. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Lower down. We're going to repeat that again for 8, or you can always just hold your side plank. It's your choice. So getting set up, inhale to prepare. As you exhale, lift, and tapping forward for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Lower everything down. Roll onto your belly or your side and send your hips back. Coming back into a quadruped. We're going to arch our back up and roll it through some few cat-cows. So moving with your own breath. And last one. Feel free to grab some water again. We're gonna get through one more round, which is good. So by now we've done the long flow version at the start. We've done one quick version. We're gonna do another quick version, and hopefully by now you've chosen all your favorite things. All right, so I'm gonna roll my wrists out. We're going to go back into that dead bug. So it goes dead bug, glute bridge, single leg stretch, that's switching leg, side, plank, side, done. All right, so get yourself on your back, going back into our dead bug. Both arms come up to the sky. I'm going to give you an option to add intensity if you'd like to. So as you extend your leg and arm back, when you come back to the center, you can do a little lift if you'd like to. Lower down. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Both come to the center. Lift. Lower down. So now that you're going to be a little bit off my count, I'm going to go for time. So I know I didn't do time, and now I did time. But right now it's the Amanda show, so you're going to do it the way I'm going to do it. So we're going to be going for 30 seconds total. Don't worry, I've got a timer. All right, so I want you to bring both arms, both legs up. Choose your version of dead bug. When you're ready, we are starting in 3, 2, now. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Option to add the lift. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Option to add the lift. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Lift. Lift. And lift. Keep going. We've got 10 seconds left. 9, 8, no one has their camera on. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, we're going to go into our glute bridge. So you have your glute bridge marching. Glute bridge marching is going to be for 30 seconds as well. I'm going to get a more reliable timer. So coming onto your back, shoulder, collarbones are wide, arms down by your side, pushing your feet to lift your hips up. We're going to start with our marching in 3, 2, 1, and march. So right leg lifts and lowers. So 30 seconds. Taking your time, shifting the weight over. Maybe you increase the time you do your hold. Whichever you like. Maybe you're going for a long leg instead. Up to you. We have 10 seconds left. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want you to lower everything down. Bring everything in for a big squeeze. We're going to extend our right leg long. We're going to hold our left knee. We have the choice to peel our head and chest off if we'd like to. 30 seconds, we're going to switch and switch and switch. Hello, and switch. So keeping that head and chest lifted, keeping the contraction in your core, spreading it across. We have 15 seconds left. No, all the animals are visiting me now. Here's 10. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big squeeze in. Everything goes down. Flipping on to whatever side you'd like, doesn't matter. We're going into that side plank. You can hold your side plank if you'd like to, or you can do that tap if you want to. Inhale to prepare. I'm going to lift on a high hand. And lift. We have a 30-second side plank right here. So it's whatever you prefer. I'm choosing to hold because I want to. Find your breathing, stacking over your shoulder. Hips are stacked if they're not moving. Drawing your abdominals in. 14 seconds here in our high plank or our high side plank, whatever you've chosen. Here is 8 for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want you to come into a high plank. We're going to go into mountain climbers or stepping in, stepping out for 30 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. Getting started. So I'm choosing mountain climbers this time. Oh, I'm getting a visitor. Hello. So whatever move you've chosen, keep focusing through. We have 15 more seconds. Hello. Get up here. 15 more seconds. Here's 10. Here is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I want you to open up into your other side plank. So whatever side is your other side, getting ready for your side plank, we're holding or doing a tap for 30 seconds. The time has started. We have 20 seconds left here. Need a little adjustment. Here is 10 more seconds. So we're almost there. Stacking your hips, staying wide across your chest, draw your abdominals in. Here is 3, 2, and 1. Come back to that front plank. I just want you to hold that front plank, nothing else, for 20 more seconds. Hold the plank, push the floor away, hold and push for 15. Think about keeping those shoulder collarbones wide. Here is 10 seconds. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down and send your hips back. Coming up into that quadruped, feel free to roll through a few rounds of cat-cow. So I have about, I'd say 2 extra minutes, like 2 minutes. To add a little bit more intensity. So we're gonna do 2 moves. They're not in any order anymore. We're just gonna kind of finish off our effort. So if you're like, no way, Jose, Amanda, I don't wanna do that, feel free to hang out in this quadruped, maybe a child's pose, whatever you'd like. When I get you to come back onto your back for the last time, and then we'll finish with another plank. Sounds fun, right? So coming onto your back, hopefully your dog is less interested in you than mine is. We're gonna come back to our ab curl a little bit. So we're going to lift our legs to tabletop, bring both hands behind our head, tuck our chin and peel our chest up, our back off the floor. Hello. From here, I'm gonna get you to extend both legs out, both legs in. So it doesn't have to be a far extension, just be a little bit. And in, so we're holding the back of our head. Extend out, hello. And in, you keep doing that. I'm getting French kissed here. Extend both legs out. And in. We're in this for 4 more. Stop. 3. Here's 2. And last one, bring everything in for a big squeeze. Go away. Not all of you, I mean this doggo. Big squeeze. This time we're gonna bring everything in. We're gonna extend our legs and our arms out. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So extend your arms and your legs out. Bring everything into squeeze. Extend your arms and legs out. Bring everything into squeeze. We're gonna do 3 more like this. For 3. Hello. 2. And last one, big reach out. Bring it in, big squeeze, lower down. You can't bring this stuff to a studio. Okay. Awesome, we're gonna put both feet flat on the ground. Arms are gonna go down by your side. We're just gonna go through a few rolling bridges here, then we're gonna flip onto our front. So push into your feet to send your hips up to the sky. Slowly roll down vertebrae by vertebrae all the way down. They can't see me, go away. Push your feet, send your hips up to the sky. Roll down slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, one at a time. Last time, push into the floor, lift your hips, and roll down vertebrae by vertebrae all the way to the floor. Rolling onto our belly, we're finishing with 2 rounds, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's 2 rounds of planking. Choose a high arm or a low arm. I prefer low arm plank for these ones because I'm gonna have you draw the contraction in. So you're coming into a low plank or a high plank. Your feet are extended back or you're on your knees. You can also bend your knees, your choice. I want you to pull the mat together. So you're pulling the mat with your forearms and you're pulling your feet towards your stomach. So you're making a big contraction center. I want you to pull and hold that contraction. So this should feel very, very tough because we're increasing that tension. We're going to hold for 10 more seconds. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. We're going to be doing that same thing one more time. So I want you to really think about dragging the mat down with your arms and then pulling the mat with your feet. So you're creating that internal tension. We're going to do that one more time, and we're going to hold this plank for 45 seconds. So it should feel very, 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 very hard. And this is how we're finishing the class. My mat has been taken. That's okay. So getting ready for this big final plank. We're going to be starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Begin. 45-second tension plank. So pulling the mat together. I have a nice support system here. I'm getting some arm licks. Thank you. You're making this much easier. We have 30 more seconds. I hope you have a good support system over there too. Maybe someone's paying attention to you. We are 25 seconds in, so we're about halfway there. Hold that tension if you can. 15 seconds left. Breathing through it, almost there. Here is 10 seconds. Holding that tension. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down. Woo. You can put your forehead on your hands, and you can windshield wiper your legs side to side. Great job. That is a tough one for sure. Bring your legs to the center. You can push yourself back over your hips. You're sending yourself back over your hips here. You can walk your hands to one side, send your hips the opposite direction. Walk your hands to the center, and then walk your hands over to the other side, sending your hips the opposite direction. Coming back to the center, pulling yourself up into quadruped. We're just going to step back here, but then we're going to send our hips back in a downward dog. Feel free to pedal out your feet here if you'd like to. Maybe you lift and lower on your toes. From here, make sure you don't kick anything in your house. You can lift one leg up and then bring it through so your knee meets your wrist, and you can lower down into pigeon. So you can stay high or you can stay low. It's totally whatever's comfortable to you. Keep that back leg a little bit engaged so your kneecap doesn't do that squishy thing. And breathe. Awesome. We're going to be switching legs, so you can just shuffle your leg through if you'd like to, or you can do the full back into a pike, your choice. Lifting the other leg, don't kick anything in your house. Bring your knee to meet your wrist. You can lower down to whatever's comfortable to you. Keep that leg a little bit engaged so your kneecap doesn't do that squishy thing. And hopefully you are breathing. If you're not breathing, give us a thumbs down in the chat. Awesome. We're going to bring both legs in, so we're in that quadruped position again. You're going to reach one arm out to the side. You're going to look up towards that hand, rotate it under, and open it up. So we're only going as far as we can look. So a little bit of thoracic rotation. Awesome. You can put that hand down. We're moving on to our other side. So other arm goes out to the side, looking up towards the hand, rotating under, and looking up. rotating under and looking up for 4 more. 3, 2, and last one, coming back to the center. We're going to step one leg through. We're going to come into a tall kneeling position. I want you to focus on tucking your tailbone under rather than extending it back. So tuck the tailbone. You might have to shuffle your feet, bring your hips slightly forward. You can add the same arm as the back leg to lengthen the stretch if you'd like to. So we're not leaning in, we're tucking our tailbone under. So it's going to reduce that range a little bit. Awesome, so you should feel this opening on, well, it's my right side, but hopefully it's your right side too. We're going to sit back. You can put your hands beside your leg. You can reach forward slightly. It's whatever's comfortable to you. Trying to pull our toes to our nose. And coming back up, we're just going to switch legs. The other leg comes into a tall kneeling. Same thing, you're going to come a little bit forward, tuck your tailbone under. You can add the same arm as the back leg if you'd like to, and then just lengthens a little bit more. So we're opening up through this front side here. And we are breathing. Awesome, we're gonna sit back, frame our leg, and we're reaching a little bit forward, maybe a little bit more forward, so we're getting that hamstring stretch. And coming back through, we're just going to push up on that knee to come up to stand. I'm gonna kneel so you can see me. I want you to reach up, big reach up to the sky, coming into a half fold, keeping our head above our heart. Big reach up to the sky. Bringing it down, we're gonna do one more big reach up. Send your hips one direction with your arms the other. Send your hips the other direction with your arms the other. To the center and all the way down. And we're done. Thank you for coming.